Yeah, welcome back to Panic Butter. This is Tony. Glad to have you today. Thanks for joining me. Hey, if you're new here, you know the drill. Do it, and you'll be back here with me again next time. Today we got a good one lined up for you. Some creepy, some strange, some mysterious, some from the past, some security cameras, update from our time traveler, some from the long past. Are you ready? Here it is. Here we go. First up.
This is the home security camera footage of the Chrysalic family. The camera is shown sitting on the kitchen counter as the youngest daughter sits on the couch in the background watching TV. Suddenly, a voice begins talking over the speaker.
What you watching? Hey, what show is that? I've seen that show before. What season you on? Hello?
The girl either doesn't hear the voice or chooses not to respond to it. That's when the dad, Adam, walks in the room, unaware he's being watched. The voice continues, and his head jolts towards the TV. When he realizes it wasn't coming from the TV, he pulls out his phone. That's when he remembers the Ring camera.
Yeah, he's about ready to get it now.
Hello? What are you eating? You hungry? What? Powering off. Hello. This is Ring. Who is it? Who is this?
You've been hacked.
The voice attempts to imitate some sort of robotic Ring text-to-speech voice. However, Adam knows his account's been hacked. He disabled the camera and contacted Ring about the incident. The company responded saying an unidentified phone had logged into the Ring account. They tried to trace it back to a source, but were unable to. They basically told him there was nothing they could do but have him change his password and set up two-factor authentication for his account. A couple in Georgia had installed a home security camera in their bedroom so they could keep an eye on their dog while they were away at work. One night, right after the woman had put the dog in his crate for the night, she heard a cough over the camera's speaker. Laying in bed, she looks over at it and sees the blue light turn on, which indicates someone was watching the live feed. She texts her boyfriend, who was at work, and asks him why he had the feed open. Seconds later, she gets a text back, asking what she was talking about. Just then, a voice comes over the speaker.
Wake up! Hello, Doogie, come here, Doogie. Hello? Excuse me. I can see you in the bed. Come on, wake us up.
Shortly after, she took the batteries out of the camera. The couple says they later found out that someone had hacked into their Ring account at least 4 times. They filed a police report, but nothing ever came of it.
Ah, creepy, huh? You have one of those in your house? If you do, take precautions. Creeps are out there, they're watching. Everybody's watching. If you're on the internet, you know it. They'll find you. They'll watch it. And if they can communicate with you, they will take every opportunity and do so. Especially at night. Creep you out. What we got up next? Here we go.
This video was taken by a home security camera mounted in a home. Taken on January 16th, 2023, everything seems peaceful at first. Then the camera picks this up.
Oh, what the heck is that?
At the back wall, a pale humanoid creature is seen. It's attempting to climb up over this wall, but then it suddenly drops and hides behind the wall. The creature moves too fast to be a human. But when we look closer here, we can see it's pale and skinny with dark sunken eyes. This is why people thought it was a cryptid creature called the Rake. The skinny, pale It has sharp claws and it's said to terrorize people. It's said that these creatures usually reside within the woods. But anyways, whatever this was in the footage, it seemed to leave for good as no other up the least.
That's pretty strange. What do you think? You have any of that going on around you? There's creepy stuff climbing into everybody's backyard. Coming on the property. Coming to check you out. Is it real? That's the question. Or is it a project? I don't know. Let's go ahead and check out some shadows. Here we go.
She's recording her mother in the kitchen. Downright creepy is caught on camera. Eliza Ortiz, who suggested the video, writes, "Absolutely terrifying. The mother had no clue that the video her daughter had taken would contain something that would chill her to the core. Her daughter was playing with her phone and ended up recording something straight out of a horror movie. Watch closely and you'll see it. This is what she caught."
¿Qué hace, mami?
Limpiando porque está bien lleno de polvo la casa. ¿Y tú ya hiciste lo que te mandé?
Sí.
¿Ya viste que ya pusieron la tele
No.
para ponernos a ver películas y comiendo palomitas? Ya ahorita que llegue su madre. Ahorita quiero que me ayudes a...
What was it? I think it was in the other room. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was in the other room hiding, huh? Being quiet, being stealthy. But what happened? Is there more? Of course there is. Let's see. Here we go.
¿Nos tomamos una copita? Este Iván. Siéntate. Siéntate para tomarnos una copa. Espérame, se está tirando el agua. Ay, estuvo muy raro esto. No se vengan para acá porque voy a trapear. No se vayan a resbalar.
In another room, there appears to be a tall silhouette standing completely still, and then disappearing as soon as the camera pans back to where it was spotted. The figure doesn't appear till later in the video, which makes this even more strange. Just like viewers, the mother can't think of anything to explain this, other than this being a ghost or some sort of entity. Now, I can't help but think this may have been someone who broke in and was trying to hide, quickly fled after being spotted by the camera. But of course, I could be wrong. I'll leave it to you to figure this one out. Ghost or not, the sudden appearance of whoever or whatever this is enough to keep you up at night. Talk about nightmare fuel. This is creepy.
Yeah, that does look like it was somebody standing there. Well, if you look real close and slow it down, it appears the door may have been closing. They ran because they were there. Yep, he got caught. Or she. Or you know. What we got up next? Somebody's got some luck. Here we go.
Tighten that up there. Alright, we're good.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, bitch!
Yeah, buddy.
So yeah, guys, I almost died. Somebody threw a spear through my car tonight.
What the hell?
And then I'd show you how bad it is.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
went into my steering wheel and everything. Yeah.
Damn.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah,
Aye, aye.
we saw that one before.
Holy shit! Hey.
Oh man, yeah.
So you know when Final Destination, I have that crazy scenario, all the logs fall like I take out the vehicle.
What?
Everywhere. Everywhere.
Can you say that's lucky?
I really hope no one was
I
sitting
mean, lucky to be alive, right?
oh! Make these nightmares come to life.
Woo. Oh man, almost lost his head.
Cool.
It's funny now. Yeah, this one. Woo. Close call. Oh.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You don't want to be there. You need to be somewhere else. That's the thing. Don't put yourself in that situation. Then you get creeped out. And you have to have luck. Otherwise, well, it doesn't turn out as good. Let's go to the past. Way back in the 70s. A lot of you probably never even heard of those years. Here we go.
Something happened in 1971 that led to the gradual decline of quality of life in America. Now, there's a website called WTF Happened in 1971 that has all of these graphs in one place, but I'm going to show you just a few to get the point across. And don't be afraid of the graphs. I will explain them to you. So before we talk about causes, let's talk about. So here we have Active California Department of Developmental Services autism cases by birth year. And you look here, around 1971 is where we see drastic increase. Correlates with 1971 global production of vegetable oil. Here's another one on diet since 1970. We're eating less potatoes, cane sugar, beet sugar, beef, eggs, milk, full-fat ice cream, and starting to eat more chicken, cooking oils, corn sweeteners, corn products, cheese, rice, yogurt. Now, it's not just about what we consume, it's also about what we earn. So income inequality starts to really take off after 1971. This is the median income, and this is like the top 5%, right? So around this time is when we see that massive increase of the wealth of the top 5%, while the median income remains the same. Meanwhile, the price per can of Campbell's condensed tomato soup also skyrocket in 1971. And also starting around 1971, the housing prices skyrocket. This is in New York and Boston, and the median household income stays stagnant. Here's income growth. Top 1% of earners is the red line, and bottom 90% of earners is. See that the bottom 90% was really getting onto something here. We were really raising that median income, and then around 1971, it basically flatlines where the top 1% steadily. So what happened in 1971? The world's population increased by the highest number ever recorded, 2.1%. Nixon ends the convertibility of the US dollar to gold, causing the end of the gold standard in 1971. And he also ends the trade embargo with China. And he started the war on drugs. Also, the United States starts Operation Grommet, where they test thermonuclear warheads underground in Alaska. Maybe they awoke something. I don't know, maybe we just did something that shifted us into a really crappy dimension. Yeah, like if anyone has a time machine, that might be the Earth.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, huh? A lot of that's going on. War on drugs didn't work out. A lot of wokeness going on today. Said some things that resonate, huh? Pretty funny. If you look back at it and you really study, you can really find some things that change probably every year. Let's move on. Getting good? Let's look at some conspiracy. Here we go. You know these guys.
Craziest conspiracy theory about the Beatles is that Paul McCartney died young and the other three members replaced him with a lookalike in the early days of the band.
So this started some rumour. He's dead. Was a little bit strange because people did start looking at me like, is it him or a very good double?
The theory goes that the members got in a fight during a late night studio session on November 9th, 1966. Paul stormed out, left, and got in a very bad, deadly car accident. They held a lookalike contest and replaced him with a man named Billy Shears. Fans were quick to notice differences like his ears and his mouth. This rumor was front page. And so much so that reporters from Life magazine illegally showed up to Paul's house just to see if they could get footage of him still alive, and Paul was pissed. Paul actually did the cover to try to put the theory to rest with the front page saying Paul is still with us. Meanwhile, the Beatles were giving hints that he was actually dead. He was wearing an arm patch in the next album photo shoot that says OPD, or officially pronounced dead. Next album cover, if you reflect the centerpiece, it has the numbers Roman numeral 119, so 119, says he died. And on the backside, Paul is facing away. Ringo is pointing directly to a sentence that says Wednesday morning at 5 o'clock. And November 9th in 1966 was a Wednesday, and he died at 5 o'clock. In the famous Abbey Road cover, Paul is the only one with his right foot forward, and the car in the back has a license plate that says 28F. Which is how old Paul would be in this photo if he lived. If you play Strawberry Fields backwards, you could hear John say, I buried Paul. This part's crazy. They released a song called I Am the Walrus. Walrus in poetry can also be referred to as a corpse. And then in their song Glass Onion, John sings the line, well, here's another clue for you all. The walrus was Paul. Why would he say another clue for you all? The walrus was Paul. About this nowadays, but before I do, make sure you follow us to finally know the craziest conspiracy theories about each of these celebrities and request you want to see next.
Couldn't see the connection myself. No, I don't. I just laughed at it and knew it was just because of the fame and the craziness.
Yeah. What do you think about that? That's been around for a while. There's a lot of that going on. More so today than then. But that was huge. Still is. What are your thoughts on it? Let me know. Let's move on. Let's get an update. Is time travel real? Is any of this real? Did it really happen? Is this shed special? Let's find out. Here we go.
Just when you thought this story was crazy, it gets even crazier. This next discovery just has way too many coincidences. I don't even know how this is possible at this point. There's so many coincidences with this story. In case you don't remember, this guy was a Harvard professor that was obsessed with time travel. He was interviewed about time travel. He posted travel, and he looks exactly like our guy. He died in 2018, so might not be our guy, but this next story is insane. Check this out. Stephen King. You probably know him. He's a well-known author, known as the king of horror books. He's very well known. He does eerily resemble a time traveler, as you can see here, but that's not what this is about. Stephen King is the author of this book called Fairy Tale. He wrote just 2 years ago, so it's very recent, but what this book is about is going to blow your mind. It's insane. This is a quick disclaimer. I never read this book prior to, making these videos. I don't really read that much, and if I do read, it's more educational or real estate books. It's not about fantasy novels or horror. I hate horror. Long story short, what this book is about is there's an older guy. He has a shed in his backyard, and the shed has a staircase in it that leads to another realm with a fountain of youth. This is just a quick little snippet. Before his demise, he revealed that he is 120 years old and mentioned a gateway to another realm located in his shed. What? Crazy right here, but there's more. So the chapters, I thought the chapter names were pretty interesting. So chapter 3 is called A Hospital Visit, Quitters Never Win, and The Shed. Chapter 9 is called The Thing in the Shed. Chapter 17 is A Night in the Storage Shed, which, by the way, my shed is kind of a storage shed. It has a washer, dryer, and then a couple shelves for storage. Sentence right here is pretty crazy. He talks about how there's a staircase in the shed, and he's afraid that if it goes into the wrong hands, people will exploit it. And this one's wild. Somebody went in the shed and shot something. I believe the book ends here where they seal the shed so nobody else can find it and exploit it. Stephen King wrote this 2 years ago. I had never seen this book before. Probably never would have if it wasn't for this incident. So this is insane. Just to answer the most common question I get, when am I going to the shed? I will be going this upcoming weekend, so I'll be, making videos about it. I'm also going to be doing a 24-hour live stream in the shed, so follow and you'll get info on that and how to.
Interesting, huh? Yeah, very interesting. But you know how it is. Could have very well been him reading the book first, and then saying, hey, I have a shed. Yeah, and I have a camera. Let's come up with a better story and make it interesting. What do you think? Here's some more. Let's find out some more. Here we go.
I moved the washer and dryer out of the shed, so I'm going to be using the broom to test the walls and floor below it. Also, this is going to be the last video while I'm still at the house. Do the last investigations and see what's going on. Another side note is the cardboard boxes are over there. I already moved them out, so see what's going on here. Any tools to take this metal part off, so I couldn't actually remove them fully. Same with the washer, got them moved enough where you can see what's below it. Just have what looks like a lot of solid dust and little pebbles and rocks underneath. It's all under there, but you can test the floors. These are concrete blocks. Same thing with the wall. This wall can't push enough to have somebody enter that top too. It all feels solid. Side, you can see the cardboard boxes are no longer in there. If you're curious where this pipe and this pipe go, we're going to walk around the outside. And this is the outside. The metal pipe for the dryer lets out all the stuff right here. And then this is the washer one, and it lets out all the water. This will be the last video until something major happens. I'll keep everybody posted if something does happen, or if somebody else makes a discovery on this case, then we'll definitely make a video on that too. Appreciate everybody being invested in this. And just for reference, everything was moved back afterwards, including the cardboard boxes and lottery tickets.
Interesting. Is it real? That's the question. And if it is he carrying some type of device and just using it because it's a nice area, quiet, and you can get in and out pretty easy, except for the camera? What do you think? A lot of things happen at somebody's house. Let's see what's going on at this one. Here we go.
In the ceiling while renovating our 1960s home. At first, we thought it was insulation since we didn't have a good view. It was addressed to someone in the military. We were honestly a little creeped out, so we decided to set the package down and figure out what to do with it later. We went back to tearing out this soffit, and I noticed something unusual. Bo friend came over to look himself. This was the moment he realized it was another item, possibly a safe law. We decided stick was the best option to investigate. It appeared to be a small tin box. At this point, I was way too curious and had to open it. I was saying my prayers that it would be precious jewels. It was literally just business receipts. Why hide it away in your ceiling? Perhaps just for a time capsule. Any thoughts? I guess we will have to do another video on the package. Stay tuned.
Now you really got to look at all the receipts and see what it is. Maybe it's something like a lottery ticket. You know, not expired though. Might be some good information. You gotta look through it though. Let's see what they did. Did they look through it? You know you would have. So would have I. Gotta get in that package and see what's in there. Now, what did they find? Here we go.
I know you are looking for an update on what is in the package that we found in the ceiling of the home that we are renovating. I first want to start off by saying thank you for watching the video. I did not mean to leave everybody hanging. I don't have a following on TikTok, so I was really shocked and honestly overwhelmed when that video started to blow up and gain traction. I just needed a moment to gather my thoughts. Yes, I'm going to update you on the package, and it won't be a multiple part series. This is really going to be the last update until maybe when I find the person and send the package off. So, we found the package in a soffit in our kitchen, and it seemed to be an addition to the home, so it was not original to the house. It was something that one of the prior owners put in, possibly the one who this stuff belongs to, and they put the items up there, sealed it away. We did not open the package at our house. We took it to a different location to go through it. For me personally, I was just really a little freaked out and wanted to be around people, but the main reason was our house is a construction zone. It's in the process of getting gutted, so I didn't want to start pulling out all these papers and then have them get dirty, return them to the owner, and then have them get messed up paperwork that they had sealed away. So yes, we took it to a different location, started going through it. It is packed to the brim with paperwork. After going through a few documents, it became clear that it was not related to that tin box we also found in the soffit. It's actually a case file. Every document in there is regarding some type of case, and for obvious reasons, I don't feel comfortable going into too much detail about it or showing a lot of the documents in there because there is a lot of personal information and stuff that I really don't even want to know. The contents of the package range from everything. There's photos, court documents, communications that the lawyer had with people. It's all there. Luckily, the lawyer's name is all over, so we have that to work out, but we don't have any contact information. So we have found multiple people who are also lawyers of the same name, so we're in the process of trying to narrow it down. As far as the accused, we have a suspicion that they might be deceased, but we're not sure. We're still trying to confirm that, research it. I'm sure you're probably curious about what the case was about. Just to give you a little idea without giving actual details, it seemed this person was deployed overseas in the Air Force. I believe he was stationed in Korea, and he got himself into some trouble. I'll leave it at that. We did not look into the files enough to determine what the verdict was on this case. This package is not something that we want in our possession. It feels wrong to have it. If we can't find the lawyer or the right person to give these files back to, we're just going to give it to somebody in the government. I'm still trying to figure all that out. If you have ideas on where this should go, please feel free to let me know. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more updates about the package because there's not a whole lot more to share, but I will answer some questions if you guys have them. In the meantime, we are gutting our house right now, so if you are interested in that journey, please stay tuned. We're going to start posting videos soon.
Well, they're going to have to go through those papers sooner or later. If you made it this far, thanks. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on, and you'll be right back at the beginning with me on the next one. Hey, have a wonderful day. I'll see ya.